guys, so in this video I wanted to do something that's beginner friendly and something that I wish I started out with when I started playing in makeup, because for me the hardest thing to do was to find foundation that matched my skin tone. It was really hard, and I don't know if back in the day, with drugstore makeup, if you could have tried it on in the store or anything. I don't think you could have, but I don't know. I could be wrong. And honestly, even with trying to try it on and match in the store, because I didn't understand what I was looking for at all, I couldn't match makeup to save my life. I really couldn't. Especially like for me, looking at makeup in like containers and stuff. In my mind, I was a lot darker than what my skin tone actually is. So for me, this would have been something for me, and more than likely, like really when I started, it was even darker than this. It was darker than this, and it was just a mess. It was really just a mess. And I just didn't know. In my mind, like I said, I was a lot darker than what my actual complexion is. And then trying to look at the bottle and guess, it was terrible. So I wish. Now, I don't know if tinted moisturizers existed back then at all, but if it did, I would have started with a tinted moisturizer. Now, I know right now I do have two. I have one from Pure, which I have used when I did an unboxing when I received it, because I got this from one of my subscription boxes. And then I have my Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer as well. This is from ColourPop. This is very inexpensive. I believe this was I think this was $16 when I purchased it, which is not a lot at all. And you get 1.45 fluid ounces in this one, and I got it in dark 18W. This one I think is more expensive. I believe this is over $20. You receive 1.7 fluid ounces in here. Yeah, and the one I have is TG7. So I think I'm gonna do, I wasn't going to, but I think I'm going to do one on each side. And let's see how this goes. Now, y'all know I really do not use my hands to do it, but we're going to try to see what it looks like just doing it with your hands and really using it as a moisturizer. Now for me, I don't know if I would, let's see, I haven't used this one in a minute, but of course with every other process you can make this work, even if it is not your skin tone, but I feel like it melts kind of nicely into mine. But what I like the fact of being a beginner and you don't want a whole lot of foundation just gucked up on your face. I know that sounds terrible, but you know, I have to, try to always be honest with you guys. And when I started wearing makeup, that is how I felt, is makeup just being gucked up all over your face. Because sometimes it's hard to play in makeup, and with it being full coverage, it's just hard to see yourself with it. For me, I just felt like I looked weird, and that it just looked like it was too much that was just piled up on my face. Of course, with that, I did not know anything about blending, or I didn't know anything about blending. So yeah, but I like tinted moisturizers because it still looks like skin, you know, like there's still some imperfections that I can see. I can still see my dark spots underneath, but you can still see the difference from this side to this side here. Now this is just primer on my face, but you can see the difference. At least I can see the difference, guys. Okay, and actually, I might like using my face. Not my face, using my finger. Okay, so this is number one. Well, this is the ColourPop. And this is like, of course, really light. Can you build it up? I think you can build it up a little bit, but we're not going to even attempt to do that or see what it looks like. We're just going to go with how it is now. Let's do a little more on the forehead because I got a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit, okay? Just a tiny bit. We'll probably put a color on the eye just because. But yes, that is one side, which is ColourPop. And once again, that is the difference. Hopefully you can tell. I can see difference. And then this one seems like it is oil based. This one does have SPF in it. Now they say this is a moisturizer, tinted moisturizer and foundation and primer. And what else? An SPF all in one. I don't understand how, but you know, it is what it is. Now this one is thicker in consistency, and once again, I think this is more so oil based, but I could be wrong. Have a look. I'll have to look, but y'all can tell that these are two different undertones, or color wise, because this one has a yellow tint to it, and a golden tint to it, and the other one is just warm. As you see, using a tinted moisturizer doesn't take long at all, but actually doing foundation and stuff don't really take long, especially if you're using a tool. But this is for those days that you just want something light and you can just use your hand. As you see, I'm just using one finger instead of a couple to, you know, which might make it a little faster. Once again, it is very light, but it still looks like skin. You could see my dark spot or my natural contour or whatever from underneath. It's a dark spot, I know. But that's how I actually gauge where to put my contour when I do use contour. Now, if you look at both of them, they both kind of melt in. Like I said before, the undertone, you can tell is a little different. This one gives more so of a golden undertone. This is a warm undertone, but it's not a gold color at all. But once again, to me, it more looks like your skin, just more so on an even basis. so you can still have a natural look without going so far. But what I like about tinted moisturizers is that because it's tinted, it's not as heavy and thick, that it can cover a couple of, you know, ranges as far as skin tone. You can get away with a lot more. It gives you more give when you don't pick the correct color. Now, we're going to still conceal under your eye. You don't need a whole bunch because we're going light-handed. Days like this, I don't even like to do a whole lot of concealer. Yeah, I don't really like concealer anyway. To me, I can just use foundation and call it a day. And what I used to do is do foundation and just use different powders. So for under my eyes, I would use a lighter or brighter powder. Then for the rest of my face, even though this is a tinted moisturizer, it still needs to be set, because if not, it is going to move on your face. Make sure you're breathing out when you do your nose, because you don't want to snort no powder, okay? I don't think you're going to snort no powder. And that's just an all over. This is Almay Smart Shade. It's a loose finishing powder. I don't know if they even still have this, because this is old What to do now is we're going to put blush on our face so that we can put a little color into our cheeks. If you want to stop here, you can, because it is a tinted moisturizer and you can see everything still underneath. Your face still kind of have definition. Like, so if you want to do, it just depends. Like for me, because I do have the dark spots here, I can just leave this here, do my eyebrows, mascara, and call it a day. If I really wanted to, just have an everyday look, like I really did nothing to my face, because the foundation is really that light. And that's just me looking in the mirror. Y'all can see differently. But with the concealer underneath, that makes it light, but it's not so light, so it's not a stark difference between under my eyes and the rest of my face. It's not a lot that I would need to do. So for me, if I just wanted to finish this or just leave it like this, I'm just quick in a hurry, need to get out the door, I can do this, pat concealer underneath my eyes, do my eyebrows wherever I'm going, because that don't take long, and mascara, and I can be done. So on my lips, call it a day. But if you want a little more, just to put a little more color into your face, you can do a blush. And this is the OPV Beauty blush palette, which I love this palette. I had to go find it. Not really found it, I had to go get it because it was across over there. But we're going to, for the purpose of this, we're going to use a matte blush. And we're going to use the color Positive, which is this burgundy one here, which I think is adorable. I just love this color. Yeah, no, I like dark colors for some reason. We're going to try to do it as lightly as we can, because y'all know I can go heavy-handed. As you see, I have enough of the brush to do both sides, but it just gives you a little color in your skin. I feel like I'm doing a little, I'm still a little heavy-handed, as you can tell. As you can tell. But it's okay. But it is okay. And if we're going to be honest, this might not even be a great color for my skin tone, but I personally like these type of colors. I know, terrible, drastic, I know. Let's see if we can just kind of blend it away a little bit, just a little bit. I don't think that's helping, but you know, hey, hey, I have to be true to myself. You have to be true to yourself, okay? You know, I like to add color up here as well. And my nose. I probably should have left it alone from a forehead, but hey, you know, just do what you like to actually do. I know when I used to laugh, I hated growing up to laugh because my face would get really red in this area and it would really, really bother me. And it's just a personal thing. I've never had anybody say anything about it, but it would really, really bother me. Our Morphe palette, which is my favorite bronzing palette, and we're going to go in Debutante, which is this color here. Well, let's see what Donut does, and then if that don't work, we're going to go into Debutante, which is this here. These two colors. I'm sorry, I don't know what y'all can see, but Donut is the lightest one. Donut, don't play with me today. And I think Donut does a little something. Oh, it ain't Donut, it's actually the brush. It's not the palette, it's the brush. Because it's so light. The brush is fluffy. But yeah, we're gonna do Donut today. And this just gives a little something. It's nothing drastic like I usually like. This just really gives a whole light look. More so on a naturalish side. This is an angle brush, but this one feels like it's too. I like a brush. I like the angle of this, but I like it when it's more so compact. This one is really a light and fluffy brush, which is probably better for me to use because it spreads it a little more. A compact brush will bunch up and it'll just be a little darker, if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure I'm explaining it wrong. But a compact brush, it picks up so much, a lot more product, and it's more so concentrated on that brush because it's so hard and compact that it doesn't fluff out like this one to where it can spread out the product that you're using. The compact brush, it's compact, so when you do that, it puts a lot more product on, and you have to do a lot more to blend it out. Now, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so for me, with the blush that I used and the amount that I used, I feel like a contour helps tone it down some. That's just me personally. I could be wrong, but it works for me. And y'all know my motto when it comes to makeup. Makeup is a personal thing, and what honestly really works for you. What are you happy with? Because at the end of the day, you have to wear it. You know, if you have that type of confidence, because everybody does not. But that's okay. That's a different conversation for a different day. So, not bad to me. Not bad at all. Let's use a brush, and if you want, because right now my face looks a little weird, and I think because I use two different foundation. Actually, it's not my face, it's my nose. It's looking off to me, so I'm going to attempt to contour my nose, because y'all know I really suck at contouring my nose. it could be how much blush I put, and I feel like maybe the blush is more so on this side than that side of my nose. Either way, I'm not excited by how it looks. My nose looks. So we're going to try to fix it with contouring our nose. Now, contouring your nose is a personal thing. You don't have to. You really don't. I know I don't do it a lot at all. It just depends on how I feel, because I am actually fine with my nose and the shape of my nose, so it's not something I do every day to try to hide the fact that I have a wide or big nose. But I feel like for this look, a contour is needed because of the color that is on one side of my face. Okay guys, so this will be more so the final look, but it's really up to you. So I just used the lip gloss for right now. I just used lip gloss. If it was a regular day and we weren't wearing masks or anything anymore, I would pop on a lip gloss and I would be on about my day and my way and call it a day. Like, I really would. But if you want to be realistic, we can do a matte lipstick. Let's just act like our lips has been moisturized and everything. Now, pandemic purposes, I would use, of course, a matte lipstick. Now, I haven't found a matte lipstick that really does not transfer. I haven't really, let's be honest, I haven't really been looking for anything like that. But I will use a matte lipstick because for me, the way where I work at, I don't wear a mask for a long period of time at all. So I don't have to really worry too much about smearing if I'm not wearing a mask, going to, having to do a meeting or something in person, which I don't do. Maybe once or twice, I don't do that. So for me, wearing a matte lipstick that is not transfer proof isn't too much of a hassle for me at all. But I believe that there are lipsticks out there that are supposed to be transfer resistant. Not proof but resistant, and you can choose to go out and get some of those. But for me, I like those colors. I think that they are a beautiful brand. I love this color lipstick, and for me that a nude lipstick is more so of a brownish lipstick, or my red and brown, my two right there. As you can see, I did a wing on this eye, which is very much so dramatic, but I like wings. It just depends. But because we just did a eye look, very basic, simple, it's one color. We only used one color for each of these eyes. So with that, a wing can actually help a little bit. If you want to, or you can just line it, or you can do lashes. I'm not doing lashes tonight because I'm home and I would just have to take them off. So I'm not going to do lashes, but lashes is an option. Now you can just do a regular little wing. You don't have to do a dramatic one. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Please do subscribe, like, and you're always welcome to leave a comment down below in the comment section. And until next video, I will talk to you beautifully different, lovely people later.